A first for Australia, NASA has launched a rocket from a remote area in the Northern Territory.
3, 2, 1, go! Yeah!
It's the first of 3 NASA-designed rockets to take off from the NT. All are intended not to enter orbit, but to remain in the Southern Hemisphere. Peter Stefanovic spoke to CEO of Equatorial Launch Australia, Michael Jones, on Monday and asked how he summed up the launch.
Despite the short delays, which we were holding for the wind, the rocket, when it launches, it is at its most vulnerable very shortly after it leaves the launch rail. And so for safety reasons, we decided to hold for a few short periods, and we reset the countdown at 3 minutes, I think 3 or 4 times. But it was a real success. We got the data that we wanted for the scientific clients. The launch went well. The rocket performed as desired, etc. And for us, it's a momentous occasion. And so we're really happy and really relieved, as well as, it was pretty exciting. I think every rocket launch is pretty exciting when you hear. Everybody was surprised at how bright it was, how loud it was. So, and it's a very, very fast rocket. As you said, it disappears into the atmosphere very, very quickly.
So where is it now?
It only took a little over sort of 20 to 30 minutes before the payload returns to Earth. It does its job in space very quickly, and then intentionally we slow it down and bring it back. So the nose cone, the second stage engine, and the payload all come back together into our atmosphere. The payload is then slowed down so that it gets a nice gentle landing, because we have to recover the data out of that, and that's the main part of the mission. So it comes back under parachute. So that's about 300 kilometres to the south of where I am now, and we have a recovery team via helicopter and the ground, using the local Aboriginal people to assist us. The traditional owner ranger groups who are down south have been really instrumental in helping us recover the payloads, and we'll continue to do that for the next 3 missions.
So other than the delay, did the rest of the mission or launch go perfectly? Did it all go as well as it could?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Went flawlessly. The only issue was that each time we got it, we have a requirement in Australia. It's slightly different to NASA's requirement, but for us, we have wind limits, and it's mostly in the oscillation of the wind. So each time that happened, we just called a halt. We reset the countdown clock at 3 minutes. And the reason for that is that in the last 90 seconds of the countdown, there is quite a number of checks and final sign-offs to say we're good to go for launch. And, at one stage we got down to 8 seconds before we had to reset. So, there was a little bit of waiting for it to go. But, we finally got it, and it went really well. So very, very happy for that.
No, the pictures are fantastic, Michael. And just for our viewers who may well just be coming across the story now, what's the point of the launch? What do you want to learn?
Yeah, so there are 3 different missions we're doing. The first one that just went last night is using an X-ray telescope that comes out of the body of the rocket, and it was looking at atmospheric and galactic sort of phenomena surrounding some of our nearest stars, and they're looking at using an X-ray telescope. So they were looking at Alpha Centauri and its subset stars of Alpha and Bravo, which are 430 million light years away. So they're a long way away. And so they need this very specialized equipment, which we cryogenically cooled with liquid helium. It gets to a point of, about minus 270 degrees. And that allows it in the dark, in the Southern Hemisphere, because some of these phenomena can only be seen from the Southern Hemisphere. So that's the point of why NASA was here, to conduct those experiments on behalf of a number of universities out of the United States. So the University of Wisconsin, and the next ones are coming out of the University of Colorado.
So thumbs up from the NASA chiefs?
Oh, very much so. So they were happy. We're happy. It's been a long collaboration with us. And this is, there's been a lot of planning and a lot of logistics in the making. But, we've achieved the mission and can say that we've done, the first commercial space launch out of Australia. So
wow.
Tick that box, and now we move on to the next one.
On to the just quickly, when's the next one?
4th of July.
4th of July.
I think it's 8/27. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's 8/27, so a little bit early.